you all and pass just this message. Education is a societal matter, and it being a societal matter means that we can't do it alone as a government, and we can't do it alone as a Department of Education in particular. That is why having partners is very important. Partners in industry, partners in the form of NGOs and foundations and trusts like the NECT, who support the work that we do in our classrooms. Partners like, of course, universities, who support us in the main through the research that they do, and but also importantly by producing the teachers who are in our classrooms as we speak. It's important to have conversations with them, particularly because they, their product ends up in our classrooms, and they must therefore know what are our expectations of them, and they must also know what our changing, curriculum in the classroom demands of them, so that they don't produce teachers for unemployment, because they actually create problems if that happens. Not long ago, and it's still going on in many provinces, not just in KZN, where you find that their teachers were unemployed, but there are also vacant posts that we have, which we're finding it difficult to fill. Because when we ask those, like we did a few weeks ago when there were those that had marched to our offices, when we asked them what are their qualifications and what are their specializations, unfortunately most of them have specializations that we don't necessarily need. When I asked how many of you teach, EGD, there was none. And even after you will get a job now, but there was none. How many of you here are qualified to teach mathematics or physical science? Less than 5 came up, and they themselves said they can teach up to intermediate and senior, and none are ready or are trained to teach up to grade 12, for example. So those are the reasons why it's important that we must have conversations such as those. With that, let me also welcome the fact that we will be receiving a research report, and the research report or outcomes and recommendations will be on something as basic as the amount of written work that we give our learners. I was impressed when I was informed that it's basically a field research on that, because I believe also in simplicity. I believe in doing the basics right. And if you do the basics right, you will see the result will come up. You don't have to be up there, and dishing out academic stuff and so on without really being understood. What is it what message you are communicating? Our messages must always be simple and straightforward. I'm talking to subject advisors, I'm talking to circuit managers, I'm talking to principals, in terms of what is it that we need. And we must always show them that actually it's doable, Actually, it's not so difficult that only a few can do it right. And when we say only a few, we mean only us as teachers maybe or as subject advisors. Because that is what has demoralized many people along the way in our education system, where also teachers, classroom teachers, who are the actual practitioners, who are very proud of whenever people talk about our performance as a system in KZN-DOE, we always know that the people who actually carry the spade and the shovel are the teachers down there in the classroom, and their principals, of course, who are our commanders in the battlefield. Excuse the use of military language unintentionally, but they are commanders in the war against ignorance, and by extension in the war against poverty, because what they do changes the lives of the learners and changes by extension the lives of their families, and by extension the lives of communities from where they come, and ultimately the province and the country. There are also management committee members from Laza district, and there are also colleagues from head office who are with me. All the distinguished guests, it's very unusual for me to have an opportunity like this, where I've got all the stakeholders represented in one room, where we've got parents, we've got people in various levels of management, as well as teachers. And when I say teachers, really, like I said, I'm always very proud, because there are 90,057 of them, and I will reach the end of my contract before meeting all of them. But when I see a few that I see, I always know that they are a sample representative of the rest of the men and women who are in our classrooms as we speak. Because you can see I'm relaxed. If I'm worried about other things, but not the fact that there's teaching and learning going on in all the corners of our province.